Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to Tarot Tuesday with Ruan de Heydon. Last week, I had to take a sabbatical, a break from doing this show. I had so many things that just seemed to weigh me down. I was in a depression, dealing with my healing, moving, and so many other things that just really weighed me down. And so, I decided last week to, you know, take a break, to take a step back and do some self healing. Give me a second. I forgot to turn my phone off. Let me go ahead and take care of that because I have to keep it nearby because I'm waiting to talk to someone about my surgery coming up. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So, yes, last week I had to take a break. I had to really let my body do its healing. And we also had a really awesome week this last week. We had a new season of A Dragon's Voice Go. We had Karu, our new co host, on show with us. Of course, we had some technical difficulties because that's just prime for the course. So hopefully this next Sunday, A Dragon's Voice, we'll be able to have Karu on in the backstage. Last time we had to do a Facebook call and hope that my mic picked up what she had to say. And so I apologize for how quiet she seemed. She's definitely a very knowledgeable, wise, and caring individual. So I'm really excited to bring her back again for another episode of A Dragon's Voice. Now, with my Tarot Tuesdays, Tarot Tuesdays is what I got started with in doing videos. And anyone who has seen my previous episodes could see how uncomfortable being in front of the camera was for me. And we are now in season 2 after what, like 21 episodes of season 1, that I don't feel that my Tarot Tuesdays really is where it's at. I'll be honest, I don't get many views, I don't get many likes, shares, comments on most of my shows. And so I really don't know what my viewers want, what they would like. And so I always ask that if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, don't be afraid to reach out and let me know. I'm a very personable individual. And so if Tarot Tuesdays do not jive with most of you, because, you know, Tarot Tuesdays are a dime a dozen. There are at least, among my friends, at least 50 really well-educated tarot readers that do stuff like Tarot Tuesdays and one-card draws. And they're excellent people and really good at what they do. But for me, tarot is where I really got started. Tarot was a tool that my guides utilized for me to get certain messages across to people that I would counsel as a reverend, guide students. But I'm not really feeling that Tarot Tuesday really has much of a future here at A Dragon's Voice. And so, I don't know, we may shake things up and Tarot Tuesday might change into something else, because I would like to actually highlight some other of my really talented friends who do tarot readings for a living and have a better speaking ability to get things across. And so what I may do is I may, just start giving shout outs to these other people. Tarot Tuesday used to also be very politicized. And that's because when I would read the tarot, when I would ask my spiritual allies what they wanted me to tell you all, it would always be focused in the realm of politics. Because our political arena has a very strong bearing on how our individual lives are. We can sit there and hash it out to, oh, he's all politics. And yeah, in a way, I'm very much politically aligned. But that's because that's what they over there wanted me to present. Now, not so much. But I did go ahead and I pulled out my deck. And as many of you know, I have many tarot decks, and very few I've actually recently used. I usually stick with the Llewellyn Tarot by Anne-Marie Ferguson. I believe that's her name. I've got the book away. Like I said, we just moved, so I'm still unpacking. But lately, I've been doing a lot of work from the stuff that Anne Moira has done. Anne Moira has written a few really excellent books on the Green Witch series. And so right now what I'm using, because I'm going through her book, Origins of Witchcraft, I'm going through her Green Witch Tarot. Because there's a lot of exercises that she uses in the Origins of Witchcraft in spell work. And so I wanted to start to learn to jive with her symbolisms. And so right now, I'm currently using Anne Moira's The Green Witch Tarot. And so I decided to go ahead and pick a couple cards, last minute, because we're still learning on how to adjust as a family to the trailer life. And so I picked 3 cards. The cards I picked was the 3 of Wands. I picked the 10 of Pentacles. And I picked the Holly King. Now in traditional decks, the Holly King would be the Hermit. And so when I do my interpretation of that card, I will still stick with the Hermit symbolism involved. I also, I do use the book, and any ableist person out there who says that if you use the book, you're not a real tarot reader, this may make me, hated, but screw you. I don't believe in ableistic concepts. People sometimes need them. Sometimes they need those books to learn. That's what they're for. Sometimes they need the books and the keywords to open the floodgates. Me, I've been in a few accidents. I've got a few health issues. And my memory is slowly being shot. And so I use the book. If you don't like that, just scroll on, find another video to sit there and go to, or take a step back and look what I have to present, and then do with the information as you will. So I'm going to go bust in right into this reading. And as we get further in the video, if you would like a 1-card draw, let me know, because this is about to get lit. So like I said, the first card I picked is the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands shows a boat with a prow. Man on the dock sitting there, looks like he's about ready to head out there, or had just came returned and was just staring at the boat. This card is about momentum. It's about being confident, of growth and foresight. But it's also a card of restriction, of delays and frustration. Now, the meaning of this card is that you are planning or going to plan for the future with more conviction. This could mean that everything around your plans is going smoothly as you have taken the time to plan your future and are taking steps to turn plans into action. It hints that you are perhaps creating a stable foundation for yourself. The symbolism within the Three of Wands is that opportunities that can take place to widen your horizons in many areas. It also is a warning to keep your mind open as better opportunities could open up to you. As you take steps towards achieving what you set out to do, you are also becoming more aware of opportunities that are coming your way. And this could be to take you out of your comfort zone. It'll push you to embrace change and to start thinking long term. The Three of Wands can show that you are in control. You have a strong position, just like the character that overlooks and stands strong, the man looking at his boat. Of course, the Three of Wands also can hint at travel in search of what you are seeking. There's a sense of leaving home, a voyage that must be overtaken. Great things do not happen to those that simply wait for them. You must expand. This sometimes shows that you may have to travel to a new land over the water, and that you may find an opportunity during your travels. Now, the Ten of Pentacles takes that a little further. For this also talks about foundations. But the Ten of Pentacles is talking more about one's roots, family and ancestry, inheritances, tradition. But it also could mean debt and a fleeting success. Definitely conflicts over money. And of course, of breaking those traditions. This card deals with permanence and satisfaction. The card shows that everything you have put your efforts into for a long time will pay off in the future. It suggests that everything will work out well in the end, for you have always kept the long-term picture in view, choosing to take no shortcuts. Your legacy is sure to stand for quite a long time to come. This is a relief, for the path to get here has been filled with setbacks and challenges, making this point of the journey even sweeter. Now, if you look at the picture, the aged man is able to sit back and relax while watching the lives of his children and grandchildren. The satisfaction he derives from his achievement is interwoven in his children and grandchildren's happiness. The meaning of the Ten of Pentacles also relates to the happiness that you experience because you have planted many seeds of happiness and shared in the lives of others, particularly family members and relatives. It points to the importance of these people in your lives. It is symbolized as being rooted in both financial success and stability. It shows affluence and lack of financial struggle. But it also implores you to make decisions that will not only have positive results in the present, but also in the long term. The decisions you make should produce positive results that last for generations to come, trickling down to your offspring as well. And the Hermit. The Hermit is a card of self-reflection, of introspection, contemplation and withdrawal, solitude and a search for self. This can bring with it ideas of loneliness, But see, the hermit is a seeker for the knowledge that comes from within, a lonely wanderer in the path of the night, searching for that which can only be gained with long periods of solitude, the inner voice. To hear it, he must disconnect from the crowds, whose voices and desires threaten to overcome his own. He walks through the dark night of his unconscious, guided only by the low light of the northern star, with his destination being his home, his self. You might or are currently contemplating that you need to be alone. Never be afraid to take this chance to reflect, as it could help you clear your mind of all the clutter that comes with everyday life. The hermit may also refer to your effort in taking action that is authentic and aligned with your true self. You are perhaps searching for your inner soul for guidance on what is right and where your next steps are to be. The hermit's appearance in a reading can also denote the appearance of someone who will come into your life that will be your mentor. You're also going to learn that money doesn't bring you happiness right now. This may be a time with less focus on material things and more focus on trying to understand where you can truly find fulfillment. Kind of like doing these videos is my way where I find my fulfillment. But when the hermit appears in a reading, you are perhaps in a situation where you'd like to be alone. There's nothing wrong about that. However, there is a possibility that your seclusion may become harmful to both yourself and others. Though the hermit sets forwards with noble intentions to search for one's own inner truth, the path inward may also be filled with great danger. Going inward may lead to madness and the abyss. For the unconscious is filled with images that he may not yet understand, lurking and waiting to lure you ever deeper inside. The hermit may find himself stuck in a world of his own, alone, trapped, unreal. You must learn to balance your need for truth with connection to your fellow human and other than human entities. You may need to look at being prepared to get to the bottom of something that has been troubling you for quite some time now. There's searching to be done, and it will be your responsibility to ask the question that will allow the other people to understand the circumstances. Now, simple reading, simple ideas, but what does it all entail? It entails that by listening to this wisdom, you yourself will find enjoyment, happiness, and contentment in the next phase of your journey. For the two of chalices is what popped out. The two of chalices shows two people, usually in this idea of a hand fasting where they're sharing their drink. But what it's also saying is that it's time to mingle your waters with the waters of another. Water, of course, being a symbol of wisdom and emotion. Particularly like the mixture of salt water and fresh water can create rippling tides and stormy weather. But it can also bring out newness. The the sum is greater than the two separate parts. And so, when you go do your inner journey, when you do realize your inner connection with formerly human, other than human, and other communities of life, that unity, you will realize that while the hermit means that you're alone, you are never, ever truly alone. And that maybe, just maybe, go into sensation, come back into this world, feel the life. It's all around you. Because we take that for granted. We get so lost in archetypes and frequencies and various planes of existence that we forget we are here in this world for a reason. Not that we have any sort of purpose, because I don't believe in the idea that we have purposes. This isn't a school. We're not here to learn and be something. We are here to just be, to make decisions, to enjoy life itself for its own sake, not for some hyper glorified afterlife of joy and bliss or pain and destruction. And so I think this will probably be the last Tarot Tuesday I will be doing. I think from here on out, I am going to shift around my shows. Of course, I have my Fayerie Fridays with my patrons every Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific, only at a special link given to my Patreon patrons. So if you want in on that, my Fayerie Fridays, I go through various texts, like a book study group, and we literally go through it page by page, word by word. We discuss it, we learn together. Right now we are going through on Carl Gwynn. And if you want in on that Fayerie Friday, become a patron right down there, that little link. Any tier level gets access to that Fayerie Friday video, not counting all the other benefits and beautiful articles and thoughts and stuff I just throw out into the Patreon universe. Also, we have my Sunday show, which is the meaning behind my ministry, A Dragon's Voice. And A Dragon's Voice is now A Dragon's Voice with Ruan and Karu, who is an amazing woman. I love working with her. And on A Dragon's Voice, we have begun to take snippets of quotes to discuss what the quotes mean, and other things that may pop up. We have a little round table, a little discussion. And if you want to be involved with A Dragon's Voice, then reach out to me, and maybe we will have you as a co-host, or a guest, and we can have a big get together. I can have up to 6 guests on these shows before I have to, pay for the higher services for StreamYard. So, if you ever thought that you wanted to possibly get on show with me, ask me questions, me ask you questions, just to fill the void, or you feel that your guys say, hey, I need to get on here to say something, reach out. We will make that happen. So I've got 2 shows currently. Fayerie Fridays, on Friday, and A Dragon's Voice on Sunday. I think I'm going to have Tarot Tuesday go out the window. If you want me to continue doing Tarot Tuesday, just let me know. I will do it. I will. I will go ahead and do one card readings for free for people. But honestly, I feel that Tarot Tuesday is petering out. That maybe to fill it with something different. And so we'll see. I will actually be asking them over there for some help in that matter. In fact, I am currently in the process of setting out my breaching space, excuse me, to do my first real breaching here in where I'm living now. Yeah, we can even talk about breachings and all that stuff. But I guess it's pretty dead out here in Facebook land. But anyways, if you like what I have to say, you want to learn more, then check over to my website, ruandeheydon.com. I've got all my services listed there. I have almost all my social media links over there. Every once in a while I add something to a blog, but I really, really do most of my work now over at patreon.com. It makes it easier for me to throw out articles, to cross-share among social media, and it allows me to have a greater, closer relationship with my patrons, with those who do give monthly donations and tithing to this ministry. Because honestly, as the ticker says down below, this ministry is being sponsored by my Patreon patrons and viewers like you. I currently have 8 patrons. All of you guys are so freaking amazing. I've got Jill. I've got Elaine. I got Angad, Dwayne, Ian, and now Mary. I've got many wonderful, wonderful people. And this is my only income. Health, surgery, stuff like that has made it impossible, really, to do anything else. I am working on wands again. I've got most of my tools with me. I'm almost done with one of my staffs. Can't wait to sit there and show you guys how that's coming along. I'm going to be selling breaching charms and stuff, or at least trying to get some real physical products out there. You know, I need that hands-on so much that it's been so long that I've already got a freaking blister from being so long since my surgery of me doing woodworking and stuff. But anyways, I will sit here for another, see, we're at 30 minutes into the video. Maybe I will sit here for another 5 minutes. If I get any viewers, then of course I'll do, pull a card. But I don't want to waste time, because StreamYard only gives you like 20 hours a month for free for using their service, and honestly, I love their service, and so I don't want to waste my time, but I don't want to cut things short, because I never know what fate has in store for me. So if you've got any questions, want a reading, go ahead and reach out. Oh, speaking of readings and services, for those who are not Patreon patrons, all my services, minus those that I officiate for are $25 flat. Officiating services for those in my local area is a flat $100. That's time for preparing the ritual. That's time doing the ritual. That's administrative costs to make sure this stuff is recorded by the ministry and is available for any others, because most people don't realize with congregations and ministries, where do you think half the genealogical information comes from that people have used to do their ancestry and stuff? It comes from people like me who make sure that we record this stuff for posterity, for history. And so some of that administrative cost goes to make sure, I have the pens, the pencils, and stuff I need to actually keep record of this stuff. So it's not just $100 in my pocket to go spend as I will. In fact, nothing that I make is just spent for my own will. It's basically just keep creditors off my back and this ministry going. And, that's just fact of the matter, name of the game. So if you feel called to donate, even if it's just one time, let me know. My Patreon patrons, they know exactly where all their money goes, because I make sure that my Patreon patrons get a detailed inventory of where I spend their tithing, because I believe in accountability. And it's just good relationship to sit there and say, thank you so much for your financial contributions. With that money, I did such and such and such. Thank you very much. It builds relationship, not you donated this money and it doesn't matter where I put it. Your money is in power exchange. Just like when we give offerings to them over there, we are releasing a form of power from ourselves to another. And so money crossing hands, whether tangible money, electronic money, whatever, it is still a transferring of power. Very much like when we take power when we eat. We kill, releases a lot of power. Then we take in that power when we eat. And so when money comes in, I make sure that it goes to where it needs to go the most. And so right now, that's for medical supplies, gas to and from medical places. And right now that all the creditors are starting to harass people again, now I'm trying to figure out how to handle that stuff. But, yep, that's pretty much all I have today. If you have any questions that you would like to be mentioned on my shows, let me know. If you have any ideas what you'd like to see instead of Tarot Tuesday, let me know. I am so open to try new things, it's not even funny. But anyways, may you never hunger, may you never thirst, and may the good neighbors always be with you.